All right, guys, what's going on? I got the hair going today. So we're gonna sit here. We're gonna go through one real quick. Well, I mean, I hope quick. It's like a 20-minute video, but I'm starting to look at some more videos where like I don't agree with how things go down. I think that's good. There's a lot of videos we do where reaction videos. And again, I know I say we're gonna get a reaction video channel. I'm working on like an intro. So once I get that intro, then everybody will know, and we'll put our past videos on there. This is an archive, and we'll just keep going forward. But let's do this one. This is a dad. I just came across it. I didn't. There's no
Officers were
reason.
called to a residence regarding a woman's stalker ex-husband refusing to leave her and her family alone.
So I want to start with this whole thing. They started saying, I just want to say, a woman stalker. I mean, a woman saying that she has an ex-husband stalker refusing to leave her and her family alone. Her and her family. Okay, but this is an ex-husband. So this child and this child are his children. So let's just watch
Family
the video.
alone.
No, do not do this to him.
What are you doing?
Come talk to me over here, not in front of them. Be an adult and come over here.
I don't trust you.
So we start off in the officer who starts
You're not supposed to be here.
the initiation as a
I'm an
female.
American. This is
I'm
my
not
right.
saying
It's
that
not
female
your day to be here.
aren't good
We're filing another
officers,
stalking
but we're
complaint
just
against this
saying.
That's fine.
location.
Okay? And
You
I'm going to
need
tell you
to
something.
leave.
Who am I stalking?
All of them.
Who? I'm allowed to see my children. It's not
On
stalking.
your day.
She says, "This is not your day to be here." How does she know that? How does a police officer know if it's his day to be there? Sounds like she knows more than she should.
Folks, Judge, for the record,
You
I'm here
need
to
to
see
leave.
leave. I'm here to see my boys. He's going to baseball. I'm going.
Okay.
I'm going to be there,
You
and
need
you're not
to
stopping
leave.
me.
You
You're not
need to
stopping
leave
me.
here, I'm telling you.
You wait.
So I don't know what like the terms of their agreement, but he's flat out saying too much, right? He's like he said his son has a baseball game and he's gonna be there. And apparently these look like apartments, but he's on the street. This is a public street. He has the right to be on a public street, and he's probably within, there's probably some, it's a woman. She probably did some kind of like restraining order on him or something, or there's some kind of term where he has to be within 500 feet. But dude knows what's going on, and that's why they're not arresting him immediately. Is because he's probably within that feet on a public street. So, I mean, I'm not trying to sit there and be like he should sit there with binoculars or yell at them and harass them, but he's on a public street right here, and I'm sure he's within the feet that the court says that he can't be.
Outside your bounds.
You are not welcome to be here. You are now stalking this family.
No, I'm not.
You-
That's my family.
I am telling
No.
you that you are stalking them.
Stalking this
You
family.
need to leave.
I'd rather you just take me to jail. I'm here
And
playing
that's,
football.
I
My
mean,
son
that's
is
where
right
it
in
gets
the
Today is
kind of
not your
like,
day to be here.
This, I'm allowed in this
wishy-washy,
street.
right?
You,
Right.
Tell me the reason I can't be in this street right
If
here.
you-
I'm not saying you
Stalking
can't.
would be
I'm
like
telling you
hiding.
that you're.
and
No,
it's not
stalking
stalking when you're open
covers.
and notorious.
Stalking covers this as
No,
well.
it doesn't.
Yes,
Lord
it
just said,
does,
this is
Jason.
blatant, outright. I'm here. I'm not hiding it.
You
I'm
are,
not stalking.
I'm telling you
here.
to leave because you are stalking these people,
Okay.
and you're going to end up
I'll
going to jail.
Okay, I'll let you take me to jail. And I want.
Now, that's one thing I do want to point out in this video. I try not to watch these until I react, but I did watch this one before. That's why I wanted to do the reaction for this. She does tell him to leave. We just saw that. It will come up later whether or not she said that, but you just see that she did tell him to leave.
I want this on the record. I want my kids to see this. Hey guys,
Why
Daddy's
do you
going to
want
jail.
your kids to see this?
No, I do.
You do not want
Because
your
I'm
children
here
to see
playing
this.
with my son. Okay, and I'm going to follow them to baseball. And
Look
I'm
at these
gonna, until
people.
the minute they
We
leave,
just minding
I'm
our
gonna stay right
business,
here
being
and I'm going to
nosy.
baseball. And I'm going to be back at that house on Friday. And I'm going to be prepared to go to court for this. Okay?
Why
I'm not
are you
stalking
doing
anyone.
this?
Because you're infringing on my rights as an American.
I am not. I'm telling you to leave these people alone, that you are stalking
You
them.
don't have the right to tell me not to go talk to my children. Okay?
I
No.
am telling you to leave
File the police
them
report properly
alone.
Now look at this officer right here. I think this is the limit. I think if he steps on this grass, they can take him. They can just jump him. He is very careful not to cross this line, and this officer is just waiting for him to do it. So I think it has to do with that. He understands the boundaries when it comes to a map of where he can and can't be.
Next time, maybe I'll have a better chance in court.
I have filed multiples on you.
No, you didn't.
And I will
They were
file
all
more.
horrible. Do you have children? Are you married?
Why does that matter?
I'm just curious because your
I
demeanor
think she is married. I
leads me
think
to
I
believe
saw on
you
her
do
left
not believe
hand.
No, sir, you're a very
She's doing
frustrating
left.
human being to deal with is why
Yeah.
we keep going
I
over
feel
this.
you know what?
It's because I keep telling you to
Or
leave this family
is that
alone,
her pinky?
leave
Or
alone, leave her parents alone,
Here's
and
what I'm
you
gonna
are
tell you.
still here.
On the record, anytime I'm
I
here
leave her
or at
parents
that
alone.
house
That's
when I have
something
not been
new.
able to talk to my kids on the phone, you are welcome to tell me and
No,
answer
sir,
me, Mr.
what you
Pencil.
do, if you
Leave.
cannot reach your children, you call the police and we will make contact with them and make sure they're
No,
okay.
I'm gonna come here
You
now.
do not come
No,
here.
I'll come here and call you.
You are
In fact,
not.
I'm gonna call the police before I arrive. I'm gonna tell them.
And tell us what, that you're stalking these
No,
people
no,
again?
no, not stalking. I'm coming to spend time with my children.
You're not
Sir,
allowed
the
to
situation
today.
has gotten to the point where you've been trespassed from all this property.
Yes.
You've been trespassed from that property. There's obviously
JJ, keep
It's
a close
obvious-
eye on this, buddy.
it's obviously
You too, Cammy.
reasonable to believe that she doesn't want you here.
I don't
They
give a
don't
shit.
want you over
I'm in
there.
the street with my son. I haven't talked to her.
You guys have the
Okay, so he's saying they don't want you here, and they don't want, and this is where like I kind of have a problem with things, where it's like, well, they don't want you here, they don't want you here. Okay, um, their parents, so it's like all these people who have this power over his life. Like, okay, her parents don't want him over their place. I get it. They're jerks or whatever, but oh, they're entitled to be able to see his children. That the court and the law and everything will let him see his children because so what I see is his wife has this power structure and she's using it over him. And so she's like, yeah, I'll take the kids in my parents' house and everything, but they can see your kids, but you can't see your kids. And I'm gonna have, certain days you can't see your kids. This guy doesn't seem to be very violent. And so like I said, I don't know their circumstances, but anyway, let's keep watching it.
court order in place for a reason,
It
okay?
seems like he
And
just
she's
wants
not-
to see
she's
his
not-
kids.
she's
And
not-
he
When
doesn't
a
even
person
care about
doesn't
her.
abide
He's not
by
even
the court
talking
order,
about her.
the proper procedure is to go to court and follow up with it with your lawyers, okay? You showing up
Hi, Rosie. Hey.
random places,
Yeah, I'm trying to come see you guys because I can't talk to you on your phones.
following your kids around, following your ex around, is not the way to handle this.
And then when you see that, when he's like, "Hi, Rosie," who's he talking to? He's not talking to his kids. He's talking to one of his neighbors. This man feels betrayed. He was kicked out of his house, probably. He probably lived over there. I mean, these could be townhouses. I could be wrong. They're not apartments. They could be townhouses. And he got kicked out of his life. He feels betrayed.
Guilty of stalking my children when I can't talk to them.
It's not your children, sir. It's
No,
your,
they're my
it's-
children.
Well, I understand that, but that's not who you're stalking, obviously.
No.
The mother is the one that doesn't want you here, correct?
I haven't seen them. How am I stalking somebody I haven't even seen? I'm here playing with my kids.
Yeah, but she knows you're here, obviously,
I don't
or we
care.
wouldn't be
See, that's the
here.
thing. It doesn't care. I'm allowed to. This is America. I can sit.
So obviously
if I'm
she can
trespassing
see
there,
you.
I can throw the football into that grass for my
He's
son.
a public.
And
He's
I
in a
will do
public
it.
street.
And look, I don't want to. I respect you. She has not been right.
I mean, they can interpret that as stalking, but it's public street.
I'm not gonna.
If she's gonna put these technicalities out there against
If you want me
him,
to leave, I'll leave. I'm
then
gonna
she's
got to
respect the
And when I'm here
technicality.
and you come if you're back, you can ask me to leave, and I'll leave. But I'm not.
He's
gonna
not
be
even
told I
talking
can't come
about
here
her.
and say hi to my kids from the street.
Sir, I completely understand. I had children myself. If I was in your position, I would be
Look at these
upset,
nosy ass
obviously. But this
That's a nice
just
truck.
isn't the way to handle it.
Well,
You're very in a gray area. You're very close to committing a criminal offense.
no, you're guilty.
And that cop is 100% right. He's sympathizing with him, and he's like, "Yo, man, like, you obviously are a passionate dad, but this is not the way to do it. It's not the way to do it, and you're very close because he knows he crosses this line. That cop is there. That's why that cop is there. He crosses this line. He's going within the realm that the court said he can't get that close, and he's gonna go to jail. It's not gonna help his kids.
Until proven guilty. Okay, I'll take this video and I will take this whole thing in front of the judge, and I already been down this road. Then I'm not
Who's
gonna.
this nosy ass
Alright,
person?
What's going on here?
What I'm saying is, 1 foot on this
My
property
truck's
and you
not
are
working.
committing. So I'm saying you're very
If
close,
the
you
queen
know?
had balls, she'd be the king. You think I'm stupid enough to step foot on this property, sir? No. I'm
He
not.
said it.
Okay.
He
I'm,
knows.
I'm actually highly educated, been to college. I'm not a dumbass. You try to deal with dumbass losers all the time. That's not me. My son comes out, we played, you see that? Yeah,
Yeah, I see that.
yeah. I never step foot on the property. Okay? I know what property line is. I'm a general contractor. I set surveys back. I know. Okay?
So he's finding a
You see
loophole.
what I'm saying, though? If it's gotten to the point
He's finding a
where that-
loophole. His son comes out and he throws football. He stands in the street and he throws football with his son. And technically, he's not on the property. Why are you doing this man that way? This man loves his son so much. that he's found a loophole to stand in the middle of the street and throw football with his son. Like, why are you doing this to this man?
It's even in play, like your trespass from the whole property
Yeah,
that you
but
that
that's
she
got
lives.
nothing. That doesn't
There's-
prevent me the right from standing in the streets, sir. It doesn't.
Yeah,
So
well-
it's a gray area. But until a judge tells me, or until you guys take me to jail, I'm going to continue to do it so that I can see my kids when I
Well,
can't.
what's going to happen is she's started official stalking investigations, like she told you.
Yeah.
It's going to add
Stalking
every time we deal with you, and they're going to call every time you're out here.
That's
You
right.
know they will. It's going to add to that. It's going to add to that.
And then you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to walk in front of a judge one day and say, Your Honor, I'm here to see my kids. I'm not stalking anybody. And I've got all the videos showing, telling you
Well,
why
and
I'm
that'll
here.
be up to the court
I'm
systems at
telling
that
you,
point to
exactly,
decide.
okay?
You know,
As long as you guys respect a civil matter versus a criminal one, that's all I ask of you guys as the police. Right? Just reserve the right to keep civil stuff civil and criminal criminal. Okay?
but you understand, interfering with
keep
somebody,
civil,
harassing
criminal,
somebody,
criminal.
following
Hold on.
somebody.
I haven't interfered with nobody. I have not interfered.
If you're here to the point she knows you're here, you're trespassing
It's
from
not
the property.
interfering.
Well, what?
Okay,
does
that's
she know
interfering
that
with
he's
her
like, oh, what,
well-being,
like,
correct?
No, it's not.
if he's like even
See,
like
that
half a
that
mile
could be
down
your
the
opinion,
street?
and that could be Miss Butterfield's opinion. Okay, but it's the judge's opinion that matters. That's
Well,
not
it'll be
gonna,
up to the jury to decide whether or not you're interfering
if
with
we
her
go to a
life or
jury,
not.
they're going to really.
But listen to me. Following somebody and harassing somebody is a criminal offense.
Sir, I'm not harassing her. I haven't
You
said a
don't
word.
think you're harassing. If I go ask her, is he harassing you? What do you think she's going to think?
Go ask her what I've done here. today.
Yeah, but what
So
she
that's-
says
that's
is
what she's doing.
subjective.
And I heard the people at the last house, they definitely think you're harassing them.
Who people?
Okay,
Oh,
so,
trust me.
oh my God,
Okay.
dude,
Okay. You're not supposed to be here.
my freaking mouth.
I'm an
is all
American. This
messed
is my
up.
right. I
It
just
is
talked
not.
Okay, we're going back to it. It does
It's
this.
going to add every time we deal with you, and they're going to call every time
we
you're out
deal
here.
with
You know
you.
they will. It's going to add to that. It's going to
They
add
keep
to
talking
that.
about how
And
they
you know
deal
what
with
I'm
him
gonna do? I'm
multiple
gonna walk in front of the
times.
judge one day and say, Your Honor, I'm here to see my kids. I'm not stalking anybody. And I've got all the videos showing, telling you
Well,
why
and
I'm
that'll
here.
be up to the
He's
court
videoing
systems
it.
at that point to decide.
Okay?
You know,
As long as you guys respect the civil
He has
matter
to go to
versus a
court
criminal
and
one,
everything.
that's all I ask of you guys as the police. Right? Just reserve the right to keep civil stuff civil and criminal criminal. Okay?
but you understand, interfering with somebody, harassing somebody, following
Hold on.
somebody.
I haven't interfered with nobody. I have not interfered.
If you're here to the point she knows you're here, you're trespassing
It's
from
not
the property. Okay, that's interfering with her well-being, correct?
No, it's not. See, that could be your opinion, and that could be Miss Butterfield's
It's
opinion.
interfering with her
But it's the
well-being.
judge's opinion that matters. That's
Well,
not
it'll be
gonna,
up to the jury to decide whether or not you're interfering.
Well, she
with her
started
life
this,
or
jury,
not.
they're going to really.
But listen to me.
What
Following
about his
somebody
well-being?
and harassing somebody is a criminal offense.
Sir, I'm not harassing her.
You don't think
But-
you're harassing. If I go ask her, is he harassing you? What do you think she's going to think?
Go ask her what I've done here.
What she's saying is
Well,
subjective.
That's what she's doing.
Harassment.
And I heard the people at the last house, they definitely think you're harassing them.
In the last house, of course, again, it's
Her parents.
subjective again.
Listen, I respect.
The parents are always going to
Because
like
I know this
side
is
with
not
her,
easy,
so
you
they're
do
going
all
to sit
sorts
there
of
and they're going
shit,
to call it
and this is-
harassment. Just
this
because
is
they
a
say
civil
that
matter,
doesn't mean it.
okay? And I'm
Harassment.
ready to go to
There's
jail.
a civil aspect to it, for sure.
Yeah, I'd say so. I'm definitely not stalking. I'm open and notorious here to see my kids. I've got it on record 100 times. So when a judge asks, you know, you're gonna show up and say I'm stalking? She's gonna show up today and say I'm stalking when I clearly told her I'm not here to see that woman. I'm here to see my kids. Okay? Maybe I'm guilty of stalking them. Let's see if they can adjudicate me for stalking my children when I can't talk to them on the phone. But in the meantime, that's gonna happen. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to be rude because I'm not that guy.
He's kind
I
of drawing
just
the
want my
line
kids.
because he's
Just-
like,
I
"This is
just
my
wanna be
kids,
dad.
dude."
I get it,
I just
okay?
want to be dad. I want
We-
hey kid,
you know,
how
we
was your
can-
day?
So he's drawing a
How-
line
you
where
know,
he's like,
how was school?
he will not,
You know, any problems at school? Do you have a good
he
day?
will not expel him
How-
from his
And I
kid's
get
life.
that. And I wish you two could work that
And
out where we wouldn't
he
have to
loves
be
his
involved in
kids.
this at
Well,
all.
you can't with
You
these
know?
type of assholes. These are a special breed of people that you know you probably don't you don't know.
Yeah, but we are involved obviously now. Obviously, there's two sides to everything. We're not allowed to take sides. Okay, we have to be impartial.
So just respect civil and criminal, and that's all I ask. 'Cause
Respect criminal and civil.
I'll sit in front of the judge and take my kids.
He's got all of it coming at him.
Videos.
You know, that can be.
The officer then spoke to his ex-wife.
A lot.
Okay.
Often at
So
their
this is
request.
the ex-wife.
I will say that.
Okay.
Because they don't see him otherwise. He's refusing to. I don't know if he told you his whole story, but he's refusing to take his legal time with them until I sign his petition.
Which is
Okay, so then we have the female officer who is responding and talking to her. So again, like I said, we got the mom had a thing kind of.
The outrageous one, similar to the last one? Okay.
It's the same thing. And he
Gotcha.
gives it to the kids, and he gives it, and they give it to
To
me.
give to you. Right.
So, and at their request, he comes to see them because they miss him.
Sure.
You can see they love
makes
him
sense,
and
yeah.
they miss him. And I have a hard time
So she's
keeping them
acknowledging
apart from
that
him
the
when they
kids
have a relationship and love him. I feel like that's
love
harsh
him.
and unfair.
Okay.
But these daily visits are awful
So
for
he's
all
come
of
here
us.
every day for.
He was out of town for a week.
Okay.
So he didn't come
But-
that week.
right,
But
right.
otherwise, he comes nearly daily. It's not consistent, but it's almost.
Okay, he's out of town for a week. Was he out of town for like work? Because usually when I got to go out of town for work, it's usually a week. So or you're like, oh, he's neglecting his kids for a week. No, was he out of town? He had said that he was a contractor. So was he out of town for work? That doesn't mean he's neglecting the kids. I don't like that statement, lady.
Daily.
Since when? Do you remember how long that's been going on?
January 3rd.
Okay, since you were there.
I remember this one a couple times.
Okay.
Related to like
Are her
late
and the
baseball
cop just
things.
joking?
Basketball things, like sports things. So we've had him overnight a couple times.
Okay.
He has texted me over and over and over again. I will be every day at your parents' house. I will be here every night. I will make sure that everyone knows that you are not letting me see that that kind of. He's just
Right. And he sits out there like he's doing now.
Is that something that his lawyer is telling him to do? Something that let everybody know that you were just denying him seeing his kids? Like, why would you deny him seeing his kids if his kids, he's not talking about you. Nothing I've seen is about him talking about you. We don't even fucking know your name.
Does he come up closer ever?
he doesn't come up closer.
Okay.
Like I said, I do let the kids out, and I don't care if they play football, but I just feel like this is
Look
not.
at this. Look at this
is
little
not a
boy.
relationship you
He's
want
got
to
his
foster with your
ball
kids.
right here, and he's just
There's
waiting
more
to go
to
play
life.
with his
There's more to
his
adult
dad.
than this. So
Absolutely. What is the times in the evenings he's allowed to, for the courts, talk to them on the phone? Is it?
3 to 6 p.m.
Okay.
Now, and that's another thing that he's always upset about because often from 3 to 5-ish, they're at my parents' house.
Right.
So to make up for that, I allow the kids to talk to him on the phone all the way up until 8, 9 p.m.
Right.
I
It's
do not
30
allow.
Oh, so you allow him to talk to
I don't know
kids.
what it
Is it-
says
okay.
time-wise. It just says between those hours.
Okay.
And my frustration with it is that I read it as the kids are allowed to call him during that time whenever they feel like it.
Sure.
He reads it as he's allowed unfettered access during that time every single day, no matter what.
Yeah. Do you want to press charges?
Can we talk about it without small ears?
Absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
want to know all the repercussions of what that
Absolutely.
Why
means.
would you press charges? What would you press charges
mean-
for?
Yeah, I need to know what that entails and what that.
What would you press charges for? You've already said that there is time where you allow your children to call their father, and you were like, oh well, he tries to call them during these hours, and I want to control. She's just trying to control everything. She's a control person. That's all this is. She wants to control everything. And she's upset if he finds any kind of loophole because she needs to control everything. They can call you, but you can't call them during these hours. You can't have access to your children unless I let you have access. But you are not violent. You are not on record of being violent. You are not on record of being violent towards her. In this whole thing, he's not even talking about her. And she wants to say he's stalking. He's not even within a court order of the feat it is that he would be violating. It's all about her saying that she needs to control everything. And look at her son, who's sitting here just like, I just want to go through a football with my dad.
Means because I would like to have peace in our evenings here.
Right. Absolutely.
I think the
Peace.
kids should be able to see their dad. I don't want to see that taken
How is
away
there no
from them.
peace?
Right. But you don't want it to interfere with your
I
rights
don't want
either.
it to happen here.
Right.
There's no reason for it to happen here. He has legal time he's supposed to take with them.
Right. So my supervisor is coming out just because we told him to
He has
not be
legal time
here,
he's supposed to
not
take
be
with them.
there, and he's like, well, I'm coming back every day, and I'm like,
No, and he's proud of that.
I know he's trespassed
Honestly,
from here.
I would be going nuts if I weren't seeing my kids. I get that. I would be devastated for the kids.
Yeah,
to
if the
see
court
me.
didn't just rule and
I
give
didn't
you
have the
like
first time either.
That's the issue
authoritarian.
that I can't understand.
So he wants his
Power.
time and it's your time.
And normally, when you want a modification of your parenting stuff, you have it written up, and then if you don't get agreement, you take it to court.
Court, right. Yeah.
I think he knows a court would never.
I don't know
overrule.
why. Yeah.
That's
I
why
don't
he's
know why.
recording everything,
so-
because he wants the
Oh,
court
you
to
guys
see
keep-
this.
you guys keep going. with
fighting
these
in court.
injunctions and they don't come through. Yeah. Do we want to step inside or do you want to come out this way further?
This cop
Do they
is
wanna
like
get in the
so
rain?
much
Do
on
you
her
guys want
side.
to? You want to go play with Daddy?
Are they
while
gonna
he's
go in
here?
and have a beer together?
Yeah, my fear is always that he's going to drive off with them.
Right. Yeah.
I was talking over it.
He, at Rosie's request, he had them for
I
her
was
birthday
talking
evening.
over it. We're gonna go back to it.
Yeah. Do we want to step inside, or do you want to come out this way
I,
further?
well, I mean,
She's gonna
they
ask her
wanna get in the
children if
van?
they want
do
to
you
go
guys
play
want
with her
to go
dad.
play with Daddy while he's here? You know, my fear is always that he's going to drive off with them.
Right. Yeah.
She is telling this man that he is stalking. She has called the police and used him as a stalker. And then she just asked her children to go play. Do you want to go play with this person who is a stalker? This person that I have called the police against and called as a stalker, do you want to go play with him? That's what this woman just fucking did. This whole video is about him being a stalker and stalking, and she
Rosie's
just said,
request,
"Do
he
you
had
want to
them
go
for
play
her
with
birthday
Daddy?"
evening.
And she sent them away to go play with Daddy.
She wanted to come home, and he wasn't going to let her. You know, it's just always traumatizing.
Bitch.
Dramatic.
Yeah. Oh yes.
The truth is, I would love to press some kind of charges.
Okay.
I just
And
don't
she's
want
like, "Oh,
my
I
kids
want to
hear
press
that.
charges
Right. Absolutely. And that's what I assume, but
because I want to steal his kids away from him.
because he works right in the gray.
Okay,
And
I know he does.
stalking is something where
I want to steal his kids from him. These kids who can't wait. As soon as you said, "Do you want to play with Daddy?" they ran away. And she's like, "Oh, I want to press charges so I can take away his rights to see his kids." Because she doesn't give a fuck how those kids feel about not being able to see their father. This woman is a piece of fucking shit.
we're here for now, and we can arrest him
Fucking
right
bitch,
now.
dude.
I will also admit that this part I don't want him to know, and soon enough I won't be able to hide it. But I'm 6 months
Yeah,
pregnant,
your
and
parents told you about that.
it frightens me.
Frightens you what?
Maybe you don't remember, but I remember you were there for my oldest
I was at the
birthday.
restaurant. Yeah, I've been here a couple times.
You and this officer just have so much.
And at that point, I had
Did you
told
guys have
I
to
remember
hear
I
on
had to like follow
Friday?
you home. But
yes,
yeah.
and I had told the
I did.
intended parents back then, I can't do this for you.
Right, yeah.
Under
You
these
can't do this.
circumstances.
Right.
And then he backed off. He
the
took his
wedding or
time with
mental health or
them.
something kind of. Okay.
Well, I don't know. He got married, and I think the wife convinced him to just try to take the kids.
Yeah. Is it the same girl from the restaurant? Okay.
Yeah. And things were calm in the fall.
Yeah.
Like,
So they
not
got this.
great,
They got
but
this
way
whole
better.
history.
Right.
Him,
It
her,
seems
and
like
this
he's
cop.
coming back up now.
It's almost.
I think he showed up at their house like a week ago.
Yes, he's been there a couple times.
Okay.
He just texts the most manic things. He's
Do
That's
you have these
objective.
text messages still?
Yes.
If you want to screenshot as many of them as you can.
It
That's
goes on and on
objective.
and on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it goes on for a long time. And this is him always writing to, pretending to be his wife. And
That's what he's pretending to be as Christine or whatever her name is.
he always
It's all
he often
subjective.
signs off, "Love,
You
always
can't even see the
Christine."
screen.
Yeah, Jason will be having very long play dates in the street at the hostage camp every single day. That's over there.
Okay.
He will be keeping
that's
extra
fine.
close tabs on the kids now. Yeah.
And yeah, he keeps close tabs on his kids.
He's panicking that they're with his relatives that are from Indiana who
Okay.
were there that night at the restaurant.
Yes, I remember them. Yep. I remember. Yes.
Oh, I remember that. What's the relationship between this?
They're nowhere in
police
town.
officer and
They're
yeah.
living their life.
In Indiana.
It's
Yes.
just one of these
That's
strange
his
things.
sister, isn't
It's
it?
his sister,
Okay.
and yeah, and his mother. He doesn't want them around.
Do you mind taking the screenshots, or if you have the
Not at
screen
all.
record function?
What is the
I'll send
relationship
you a
between
link.
this police
Screen
officer
record
and her?
function.
Where they're just sitting
I'm
there
gonna
like
talk to
jib
him real
jabbing
quick. Do you want
about
to bring the
memories.
kids back inside because he's going to kind of ask him one question at the
This
end.
officer is very.
Hey guys, can you come back inside for a second?
After
He's very
refusing to leave
connected
the
to that lady.
premises, he was placed under arrest.
She's very connected to that lady. She's all like, "Oh yeah, you remember this? You remember that? And you remember when we were at the restaurant and this happened?" Like, at one point you could say, okay, maybe there's some activity that he's done that this police officer remember, but like, what are the odds that this police officer was involved in every single incident? If there were incidents, no. What is with, and he even points out later that his wife's a lesbian. This police officer is a female, and there's a female with no other officers there, being very familiar with her.
Otter.
Yeah.
Hey, my name's Sergeant Cameron. How are you?
Good.
Good. Have you been requested to leave this area by my officers?
This is where he's gonna get caught because he did. He was
guys.
requested by the female officer,
Have they
who I
requested?
suspect is
Yes,
in a
did they ask
relationship
you
with
to?
What
his
area?
wife,
Right
with his
here where we're
ex-wife.
standing right
One
now.
second.
I'm saying it.
I'm just reaching my phone.
Okay.
I got a document.
I'm saying it. That officer is in a relationship. Got some kind of relationship with his ex-wife.
'cause I think you were one of the guys that was there for the.
Okay. Put your hands behind your back.
Guys, look. JJ,
Stop resisting.
take my phone, JJ. JJ, get my phone.
Stop.
JJ, look at this.
It's some bullshit.
JJ, look
Like,
at this.
and they're just
Look
like,
at
what are they
this.
arresting him
JJ,
for?
look. Look.
Because, like, what? Because
I'm letting go.
the female officer is over there, like,
Guys, look at this.
flirting with his
Guys, look at
ex-wife,
Ow! Ow! Ow!
and then she like fills out some paperwork about how he needs to be arrested.
It's all on video.
Fucking
It's all on
bullshit.
video.
Get a video.
Fucking bullshit. It's horseshit. That's what I'm
Get it.
saying.
All right, guys, look, I love you. Have fun at baseball.
This is a man
I know,
just trying to
JJ,
spend
look.
time with his kids,
Stand up.
man. He's
Come
got
over
a
here.
whole family against him.
Come over here.
See, guys, this is what your mother
Come
does.
over here.
He didn't want to give up on his kids. If he was a deadbeat dad, he would give up.
Nope,
He'd be out
guys.
at a bar drunk.
No.
Not even
You know
Kim
what?
this shit
You know
about.
what? Between civil and
Everything his ex-wife said is subjective. We don't have any evidence against that. Just because she says it doesn't make it
They're
true.
9 with 15.
She's saying a bunch of stuff, and then this officer, who is like so cozy with her, is just validating it all on camera. And it's like none of that's
You
objective.
did that all yourself.
Show me that shit on paper. Show me all of it on paper. Because otherwise, you were just having a subjective conversation to make him look
job,
bad.
Officer Butterfield. You really served the community well tonight.
And even here, he's kind of upset.
Remember, it's all on video recording.
I'm
Well,
in.
so
he's
what?
upset.
So what? You know what? I love to share with the judge that I think you are a horrible police officer.
And this
Bitter
is like a
woman,
pattern. I don't want
Always
to.
have an attitude.
I don't want to like defend him.
Didn't even fill
for
out police
these
reports.
statements.
You know,
But
you're
it's
probably
it's
better that you're a
often that
police
when
officer. I
people
don't
get
know. You probably don't like men. Is what I'm
yeah.
guessing.
She's talking yeah.
You had no right.
But he's talking
arrest
to the
me or anything.
female.
You know what? This is gonna
But she's
get
not
kicked
saying
out by the
shit
judge.
because she's gonna go fucking
you
scissor
put my
your
kids through that
ex-wife
for
when
what?
she gets out off of work.
You know what? I got it
She
all on
fucking
video.
set that whole thing up, dude. She set the
This
whole
doesn't
thing
hold
up.
up in court.
This man got set the fuck up, dude. I'm over it.
You never asked me to leave.
He got
Just trying to
fucking
lecture
set
me about
up.
my rights. You didn't tell me to leave. I got the whole damn thing on video.
This man wanted to just stand in the middle of the street and throw a
Well,
football.
let me guess.
with
You
his
filled out your police report well this time, right? With your high school degree. A lot of people don't like cops. People like you guys. One officer there had respect, and that was not you. No crime committed.
Yeah.
You're taking an innocent man to jail tonight instead of going to his son's baseball game. I don't know how people like you sleep at night.
Now I will admit
My
that he
ex-wife
did.
is a
He was
lesbian,
doing
right?
a lot of recording, so he could
she
take
tell
some
you that?
stuff to court. So I don't know if he had some kind of.
Trying to pick my
Other
son up and she
objectives?
wouldn't turn him over. And you trespassed me. You're a horrible police officer.
Yeah, that's all trespassing.
Horrible.
Shit.
So now I get to spend the night there. That's fucking phenomenal.
I should just go down to the court and just like
wanna
just
tell me what you
take a
charged
bunch
me
of
with?
random people and say I trespass them.
Resisting arrest.
Oh, I resisted arrest?
How did you?
You're a joke. You know, like, really? You know, man.
How did he resist arrest? How did he resist arrest? Resisting arrest, we need to actually come down to a definition of resisting arrest. When you tell somebody, put your hands behind your back, you're under arrest, that is an arrest. And if they fight, then that's resisting arrest. But see, that's the thing that some of these, I'm saying that this cop, she's a fucking piece of work, because as soon as they told him to put his hands behind his back, he did it. And he complied. Otherwise, he didn't resist. He didn't try to run. He didn't try to jump into a car. You know how many videos we have of people like running down the street, crashing into other cars and shit, and then she has the fucking balls. And that's the thing is, like, bad cops will just throw any kind of charge they have. They'll be like, "Hey, resisting arrest. Hey, you didn't comply. Hey," they just throw everything they can. But when it comes down to it, a judge is gonna look at it and judge is gonna be like, "This is some bullshit. I'm not."
Here to see my kids.
You can do
and I
like
resisted
5 out of 10
arrest?
complaints. The judge is like,
You
whatever.
are
I'm not fucking.
Good. Well, look, you know I
That's
got plenty
the
of money.
beauty
You
of
know,
our
you see
system.
more money in my wallet
The
than
judge
you
will
make
look
in a
at
month.
this,
So
and
you
the
know
judge
what?
is like, "No, you're
We'll get a
full of
lawyer to
shit."
get the videos. We'll do the dance, and you know what? Fine,
didn't
I'll
resist.
pay. But you know what? That's a joke. Resisting arrest?
Yeah.
I went to pull my phone out to video, you clowns, and that was no. Come on, it's bullshit. We'll get a jury trial.
It's
We'll get
another
a
power
jury, and we'll
structure, you know?
put you
His
guys
fucking
to the
ex-wife
test,
has this
okay?
power structure over
Not a
him.
criminal.
And then this
Stalking?
cop
Who
who's
was
like
I stalking
scissoring
today?
her is fucking trying to use her power over him
Let's
and be
talk
like,
about it in
I
the car.
got you
Who's I
for
stalking,
resisting
ma'am?
arrest.
I've already told you multiple times.
No, no,
You
tell me
know
again.
too
I'll,
much
I'll
about
check
this
the
guy.
video
You're
because I got
fucking
10
talking
minutes
about like
worth. Who was I
him
stalking
being in
tonight?
fucking
My
restaurants and
children?
shit. That's a
Their
conflict of
grandparents?
interest
The mother? Please tell me.
as a police officer. That's a conflict of
We're gonna
interest
get you
that
in the
you're
court.
like if you know so much about this guy that you
It's
would
gonna
have a
happen.
bias when you come to a scene. Fuck out of here.
You know, I do sympathize what you have to do to earn $1. I do. That was uncalled for. That was bullshit. You could have just asked me to leave,
No,
okay, and I would have seen you the next time that she denied me access to my kids. It could have been so easy.
it could have been so easy.
Oh, big tough cop. Let's arrest this guy in front of his kids. You know what? Go deal with a real criminal. Have you ever
I
fought
think
real
he kind
crime?
of wanted that though, because he
Wife
kept asking
beaters,
his
drug
kids to
dealers. You
look
do anything real?
and
You
see.
just do this kind of petty shit in Tyrone area, 33710.
I think that's kind of some. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna sit here and take his side all the time, but I think that because he was telling his kids, "Hey, look over here, see what they're doing to daddy." I think he, in part, wanted to. I'm not gonna hate him for it, but I'm just gonna say, I'm not taking any sides, but I just think that he was wanting his kids to see, like, "Hey, look what they're gonna do to daddy." To where they might look at mommy and say, "Well, why, mommy? Why did they? We love daddy. Why did these people tackle him? Why did these people, you know, take him away?" And I think he wanted her to have to answer that. And you know what? She should have to answer that because she did it. She was responsible for it. She should have to answer to her children why this non-violent father that they were so happy to see as soon as she said that they were allowed to go see him, to go play with him while he's under this investigation of being arrested. She said it. She said, "Hey, do you want to see your dad? Go see your dad." While she's talking to a police officer. She could have told them to go into their room. Go upstairs, go in their room. Did she do that? No, she said, "Go see your dad." So this mom is a manipulator. She's the villain.
I guess they don't have you down on the south side dealing with real crime.
Our host fell in love with acts like Sugarland and Taylor Swift and ultimately crafted her own.
You know, my lawyer said, he read those reports, the ones you did right. He said, she don't like you. He said, look, she's a woman who don't like a man. That leads me to believe one thing.
That's why he's accusing her
I'll
of being
keep
a
that to
lesbian.
myself.
And he's like, resisting and stalking. That shit's gonna get thrown out, bro. He's not stalking. He's like on a public street. He's not stalking. He's not yelling at her. The stalking would be against her. That's something that's gonna get thrown out. It's something that's only got put in because of Scissor Cop, who wants to like scissor his wife. Yeah, I'm gonna say it because you know what? If they're gonna fucking do that to him, I'm gonna say it about them. And
You guys keep going
he's
with
fighting
these
in court.
injunctions and they don't come through. Yeah. Do we want to step inside or do you want to come out this way
I,
further?
well, I mean,
This
I,
cop
Do they
is
wanna
like
get in the
so
ring?
much
do
on
you
her
guys
side.
want to go play with Daddy
Are they
while
gonna
he's
go
here?
in and have a beer together?
My fear is always that he's going to try